Alright, afternoon everybody. I kind of mentioned I was going to do a video like this in one of my previous videos, and I'm going to, of course I'm going to do it now. But I'm going to expose a little bit of my Dungeons and Dragons collection for those of you that might be interested in such things. Here you go, right here. The Dungeons and Dragons basic set. This is kind of where it all started for me. I'm zoomed all the way out there. Here we go. Let me move the camera back a little bit. And this is one of the most iconic pictures for a box, anyway. At least I think it is. This is the red box Dungeons and Dragons set. If we open it up here, go. This contained 2 books and some dice. The dice are in my jar. I still have my original 20-sided, 8-sided stuff like that as well. Glare is a little bad there. Let's just remove that. There you go. The player's manual. This is what you would read first. Okay, and these are some of the most iconic pictures ever, because this is what a lot of people started out with when they started to play Dungeons and Dragons. There's Alina the cleric. There's ghouls. Go. They were ghouls, right? They weren't zombies. They were ghouls. Ghouls. Yep, that's what I thought. Dementia hasn't quite kicked in yet. There you are at the general store. Upgrading from chainmail to plate mail armor. Again, this is just the introductory, the basic set. Levels 1 through 3. Solo adventure, you go through. They tell you how to map and everything like that, and you go through the dungeon yourself. Now, the only thing about this is that this is the graph paper they give you. Right? Has solid black lines on it. How are you supposed to map on that? No, those only got you there. There's your character sheet for your pre-generated human fighter. And in this version of Dungeons & Dragons, for those of you that don't know, you did not pick a race and a class, you just picked a character class. They had fighters, magic users, clerics, thieves, which were all human. And then you had your demi-human races were also character classes, like elves, who was like a fighter magic user type, halfling, and dwarves. Kind of cool stuff. So there was a book for the players, and then there was a book for the dungeon master that had all the monsters in it that you needed at this level anyway. It gave you an introductory adventure. Yeah, I'm sure anybody can look this up online, so I'm not giving any spoilers or anything like that. And you're going after, you're just exploring an old fort, but you might encounter the wanted magic user Margle. Pretty cool stuff. Again, this is where we started from, right? From there, we went from the basic set, which covers levels 1 through 3, into the expert roles, which was levels 4 through 14. Now here's the dice you used to get with the sets. None of this high impact plastic stuff or anything like that. Here's the D20. Oh, here we go. Here's the D20. You can see that. Now you'll notice you can't read the numbers very well. Well, that's because what they used to do was give you a crayon that you would rub along the numbers and then wipe the excess wax off, and that's how you would color the numbers in. That's a real D4. You can tell it's a real D4 because, let me zoom in here a little bit. Let's see if it focuses. If it ain't going to focus, that's alright. There we go. It's a real D4 because the number's on the bottom. That's the way the original D4 was. Anyway, again, not high impact plastic. These really haven't been used. My ones that have been used, the D20 is almost round. It's crazy. So they combined the player's handbook and the dungeon master's handbook into one rule book in this set. The Dungeon Master stuff is has the shading in there. These are pull-out sections. Giggity. But so they introduced things in this such as wilderness adventure, higher level character classes, reversing spells, like you can reverse bless to curse, cure light wounds to cause light wounds, that type of thing. They added more magic items in here, higher level magic items, higher level monsters, movement through the wilderness, how to design your own wilderness, that type of thing. Pretty cool. Flight spell. It's a wall spell of some type. Wall of stone, probably. There we go. Wizard Eye. Again, the art in these books is just so classic. Constructing what? What are we constructing there? This isn't the one with castles in it, I don't think. Oh, I guess you can. Okay. And then what they did is they gave you an adventure called the Isle of Dread. The Isle of Dread is kind of like an Isle of the Lost type adventure. Fold out. Again, it's all stuff you can find online. I know I'm not, spoilers, you don't really encounter King Kong in this or anything, but it's kind of like a Lost Island type adventure. Really cool stuff. And then we have an insert here into the Role Playing Game Association network. You had to send this through snail mail. There is no email at this time, believe it or not. Hard to believe an era without the internet or any form of electronics communications. There's the back of the box, which tells you what you get. Rulebook, Isle of Dread, 6 dice, and there's a crayon. It was usually white in color. I put a yellow one there. I may have put a yellow one there just for contrast against the white background. Maybe. I have no idea. So, going from this to the companion rules. That is one of the coolest looking swords I have ever seen in my life. This is for levels of 15 to 25. You can go up to level 36 in the basic Dungeons and Dragons game. Well, humans could. Demi-humans had level limitations, and then they changed that a little later on because they realized that, humans being able to get to 36th level while elves can get to, let's say, level 12 was kind of anticlimactic for being an elf. Again, we have a player's handbook. They introduced new weapons and new armor in this edition. They introduced scale mail and banded mail. And new weapons. A bastard sword, which is a hand and a half sword, can be wielded one or two-handed. Blowgun, a bola, a heavy crossbow, a blackjack, and a trident. And a whip, which they don't show a whip or a net or anything like that in the pictures, because I guess they expect you know what it looks like. And again, this is kind of where your character can split off, like if you're playing a cleric. Ooh, that's a neat picture. I always love that picture too. Just again, the art is just phenomenal in this. The Elmore art is just second to none. It's just really second to none. If you're playing a cleric, I believe you can split your character class off into something else. You can become a druid. I think you got to be neutral though, don't you, or something? There's only lawful, neutral, and chaotic in this edition. There you go, druid right here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. A neutral cleric at 9th level or greater may choose to study nature instead of remaining among civilized areas. So he becomes a druid. Basically, a hippie. Fighters can split up. If they are lawful, they can become a paladin. If they are neutral, they may become a knight. And if they are chaotic, they may become an avenger. Not like the shield throwing type of an avenger, but you get the idea. Magic users can become landowners or traveling mages. Thieves can end up running their own guild or some such as that, I believe. It's been a while since I've actually looked at this type of stuff. Look at that meteor swarm. Whoosh. 9th level spells. Awesome. They get in the wish. Do they get in the wish in this or not? No, that must be the next time in the next set. Yeah, Wandering Thief is known as a rogue. So you can make your choice whether to settle down or to travel. You can be able to keep either way and stuff like that. So you got halflings and dwarves and elves still. It takes elves forever to go up in experience points or go up in level. Got the Dungeon Master's book, which gives you more magic items, even more powerful monsters, because who wants to fight kobolds forever, right? Where's the fun in fighting a kobold when you can fight that? Right? Wow. Anyway. And get treasure. I think it takes you to the alternate planes and stuff like that, yeah. The multiverse. The elemental planes. It gives you rules for mass combat, so you don't need a bunch of miniatures and stuff like that on anything. It gives you titles of royalty if you're not familiar with those. It gives you rules for jousting. Another really piece of iconic art. Larry Elmore outdid himself with this. Almost all this art was done by Larry Elmore. We have another one for the Join the Crusade. What's this about here? Oh, Dragon Magazine and Dungeon Adventures. That's kind of cool. I might actually send that out in and send one of these in. I might photocopy that and send it in just to see what happens to it. See if that address is still valid. If I do, I'll let you know. Then, from the companion rules, we went to the Master Rules. This is levels 26 to 36. And again, we have a player's handbook. And what they introduce in this set is things like weapon mastery, siege weapons, pole arms, different types of pole arms. Up until now, there was just one type called a pole axe. I think they introduced weapon specialization in this, and actually how to incorporate weapon specialization in your current campaign. Things like that. There's the wish spell right there. They didn't give you that in the companion. They gave you that in... it's a cleric spell. That was not a magic user spell, but magic users get wish as well. And I'll probably refer you to the entry on clerics. But anyway, wish. Here we go. Time stop. That was always kind of my favorite. Anybody ever read the Vecna Lives module? Where he just goes around, time stops, and kills everybody? So, again, just better armor. The Dungeon Master book. Again, you get more powerful monsters. You get like demons and stuff in this that you can fight. Outer world creatures. Sasquatch. A lich. Liches are very powerful. Undead. You don't want to tangle with them if you don't have to. More giants, I think, or something. And again, you're rising in power. Oops, sorry. I kicked the camera there. It's my fault, folks. And once you get to level 36, what else is there to do but become immortal? Your character becomes a god. And what you... Oh yeah, also the Master set had rules for artifacts and stuff like that as well. So, Player's Guide to Immortals. Yeah, I know, the cover, laugh about it. Anyway, when you become a god, what exactly happens? What is available to you? What's not available to you? What happens to all your equipment? What happens to, you know, your corporal being? That type of thing. And again, you get outer world monsters, and look at that. That's kind of cool. This is your brain on the Immortal rules, I guess, or something. I don't know. So, look, the D20. It has tentacles coming out of it. Run! Anyway, so you can actually create your own artifacts. It has something to do with points or something like that. It's been like forever since I looked at this and even like, you know, ran anything like this. But you basically just travel the planes. There's a just depiction of the outer planes and ethereal planes, prime material planes, us. The elemental planes are there. The astral plane is there. Ethereal plane is there. And then you go to the outer planes. Pretty cool stuff, right? So, you know, these are all in pretty good shape. I like to think I've taken care of my stuff a lot. Gotten a lot of duplicate sets as well. People have given me things in the past. I've bought extras in the past. Oh, wait. I do want to show you guys something. Stand by right there. Don't go anywhere. Alright, I'm on my way back, I swear. Check these out. Check these out. Speaking of picking up duplicates, I picked these up gobs of years ago at KB Toy Stores. They were on closeout for $4.99, and they're still in the shrink wrap. What do you think about that? The original, not the original basic set, but what's considered by many to be the original basic set. Technically not, but still in the shrink wrap. Got them for $5 a piece. I will never open these. It's a piece of history right there. Alright? My grandmother helped me buy the red box basic D&D set. And it kind of got me to where I'm at today. It got me into computers. It got me into the job I have. It got me where I'm at today. I owe so much to this game. I owe so much to Gary Gygax. I owe so much to Dave Arneson, Larry Elmore for the art, Earl Otis, Tim Kask, all those guys, James Ward. Man, I'm missing so many people, but they created this world that just sucked people in, and Dungeons & Dragons is the reason for the video games we have today. When I used to teach at Rasmussen College, in my intro to my first programming class, the beginning programming class, I would go through how, you know, Gary Gygax, Dave Arneson, they printed up the first 1,000 copies of the rules on a printing press in a guy's basement. You know, there's history there, man. This is history. This is the biggest impact to Western culture ever. And it does not get the respect it deserves. The biggest impact, biggest cultural impact. How many computer programmers are spawned off of this? How many, you know, just how many computer people like myself? I'm not a programmer, I'm more of a network admin. But how many people are just inspired by it? And stuff. It's a great day to it's just a great day. It's a great day to be me. All right. Anyway, I thought I'd share a little bit of history with you guys and stuff like that. Open up a little bit of my collection. If you like what you see, let me know, and maybe I'll open up some more of my collection to show you guys online. All right. Thank you for your time and listening to me drone on. Have a great one.